How could you confuse an Australian with a Brit? No offense, but like as someone who's not from Australia or England, Australia for me is kind of like British plus a surfboard. Scottish, I would never confuse Scottish for English or Australian. It's not going to happen. We don't say R nar in the UK. But Australia, I respect them because they got a lot of similarities with like the West Coast of North America. Because we do the same thing where like if we want to say yes to something, we say no, yeah. And if we want to say yes to, we want to say no to something, we say yeah, no. I don't know what it is. It's like a linguistic mind virus, but everywhere does that. I just can't picture someone in England doing that. We do it all the time. Yes, no. It's not. It's not fair, but we have fun here. Indubitably, nevertheless. That's 11 p.m. That was a hard day's work, man. You know what? Okay, hang on. I think I gotta. My donut shop opens at 8. I think I should start selling coffee. Don't get me wrong. But first, I want to see what time. I know where Hell's Kitchen is. I'm a local, okay? I want to see what time the marketing or the recruitment agency opens. Because, I mean, we want to get this shit automated, too. You're an appliance store. You're the... Opens at 8? The hell? How late are you open? Till 5? I close at 4. Okay, I'll call you tomorrow. And then... Oh! I'm down 1/1000th of a percent, man. I'm never going to recover from this. Okay, sleep me until around 7, and let's see how our businesses did today. We can always open up BizMan and take a look. Okay, let me take a look at how do people like Snoopy's. Average daily income, $21. How could that be possible? I sold so many donuts yesterday. I sold 83 donuts yesterday. I made $21. I'm making like... Look at like 22 cents a donut or something? That's ridiculous. We're not... What's this .2 doing here? At least a donut... Look, this is New York City, bro. I'll charge $3.50 for a donut. But then I'm like, man, even that is only going to be like $80 a day. We got to get a second cash register set up. We got to play. This is a volume play now, I'm realizing. This is a volume play. We might have to take a... Well, you know what? If we have to take a lunch break, then we should just eat early. Even if it'll take us a little too... It will be a little too full. Or sell coffee. Bro, I need 15 grand for the industrial coffee machine. We just got to have a little... The business just opened yesterday. People are like immediately turn it into like the Cheesecake Factory. Bro, the place was not named the Cheesecake Factory because they sold, you know, like chicken taco salads. What are you doing in my storeroom, you piece of crap? At least buy a garbage can? Bro, we bought 2 garbage cans. That was like that was our whole thing yesterday. Well, it is nice that they're not complaining so much about the garbage cans, at least. All right, I think we're good to time machine to the end of shift. 2 donuts. We sold like 98 donuts today. He's so slow, man. Okay. Next step. Just take some time. People are like, oh, you only made 150 bucks in profit. It's like better than 50% of restaurants, like immediately. I'm going to call the recruitment agency. Well, the thing is, like, no, I'm not going to call the recruitment agency. Because I can't fucking afford to hire somebody with margins this small. So what we're going to do instead... They should actually, this is a genuine piece of feedback. I think they should put a little notepad into the game so you can type a to-do list. That fits with the hustle culture aesthetic. Because my to-do list is chairs, a second cabinet, and a second cash register. And then, higher order goal, coffee machine. Pardon me. Got the bubbly burps. What if you just use Notepad outside of the game? What if I just open my own donut shop outside of the game? Why have the game do anything? It's not the same thing, because I don't want it to be the same thing. Okay. Cabinet with drawers. Cash register. Start me there. Oh, you have to pay for your items before leaving. I forgot this isn't an Amazon Go store. I'm not exiting the stock market to buy a coffee machine. What do you think I am, a retail trader in June 2022? The money is in the stock market to be in the stock market. It's called passive income. Every time. Assign myself to the cash register on the floor. You know what? That's a good point. Why do I have a second cash register if I'm not if I'm not gonna hire an employee? Hang on, park this. In that case, I guess we will be calling the recruitment agency tomorrow. Let me open Google Maps real quick. I want chairs and maybe another table. How's IKEA doing today? Closes in 3 hours. Squeep. No, this is not Factorio. I'm not going to move my fryer right next to my cash register so my dude saves 3 steps, but gets covered in, like, fucking peanut oil, burns all over his arms and face. Like, we're going to treat people here like they're human beings, okay? Also, if you slow down like that when you make a right turn, forfeit your driver's license. There's a few things that I will not accept from you as a driver. That's going to cost us. One of them is making the world's slowest right turns. The other one is, like, before you turn right like this, you go, whoa, I'm driving the world's biggest car. Let me not even look to my left, and then just swing out like crazy. Like, what's wrong with you? Okay, place me. chairs. Wait, my chair's still there, dude. Hang on. That's $100 in my pocket right there. Give me one more table, 4 more chairs. Sorry, I need a hand card. One of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. Kate, are you here? Has our printer been hijacked by the dark web? It's been printing off documents like non-stop. Nope, just a bunch of shipping labels. No big deal. Are you opening up your own IKEA? Bro, you buy 4 chairs and a table from IKEA? What, are you going to open your own IKEA? What the hell are you talking? It's like the minimum amount that you can exit the store with. It's like if you bought like, you know, a kilogram of goldfish at Costco. You're like, what, are you going to open your own Costco? You can't get out of this. If you can't get out of Costco, I mean, here's a good question for you. I wonder what the cheapest product in Costco actually is. Because it's not like they sell, normally you'd be like, oh, a banana. But Costco don't sell a banana. They sell a kilogram of banana. You know what? You're right. It's absolutely the hot dog. Threaded the damn needle. I always forget I gotta do an illegal U-turn here. Excuse me. Excuse me. Now that I know we can go to a gas station, I'm not sweating it. Bro, literally turn. Bro, you're blocking the flow of traffic. What, to make a stand? What, because you got no control in other aspects of your life? Literally, I just got out of my car. Literally, you're going to kill somebody. You're supposed to be the thing that saves people. Get over it. Cash register is out of paper bags at Snoopy's already. I should have had a damn soda, man. Oh, you know what? Like, I'm opening up Bizman, and I think just tomorrow, realistically, we're going to have to close the coffee shop. Tomorrow is a Saturday. It's not a big donut day anyway. Let's close it up for today. We got other stuff to do. Okay, my dude's pretty happy too. We need to buy some more paper bags anyway. Feels good to be nice. Up early, 8 a.m. 0 hour, 8 a.m. It's dirty as hell back here. And I'm gonna be high as a kite by then. Every time. Hand truck, table, chair. 2 trips, you piece of shit. That's not Sufjan Stevens, that's William Shatner. Doing the Elton John song Rocket Man. You might be familiar with it. They made a movie about the song. Let's not go crazy. Like, you think reading chat all day makes you dumber? I mean, I want to say no, but then I think like chat's gotten dumber over the years, and they read chat all day, so it's kind of hard for me to take that position, to be honest with you. Clueless, slow, no, oh no. Your chat got younger then? No, I don't think so. I feel like demo has shifted older over time as I've also gotten older. Which is good. I also feel like old people, you know, the older, when you're in like the mid 20s, especially I think as a self serious man, you take yourself way too seriously. You're like, I'm an adult now, I'm an intellectual. Hey, did anybody watch the recent video essay on the James Webb telescope? Then when you hit like 30, you just get silly again. You go, oh, hey, pee-poo, poopy, 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 poopy. People go, act your age, not your shoe size. Guess what? I'm 34. They're the same thing, idiot. Now, rest assured, I am also annoyed at the at the asymmetry here. That's a little bit better. I also think having a kid makes you sillier in a way. Maybe not even in a way, just like genuinely. Because you gotta be silly when you have like a 2-year-old. You gotta meet them on their level. Like every game is an away game. You don't sell paper bags. I gotta go to the Costco for that. That's true. You are always doing something and then asking, is daddy silly? That's a truck garage? What the heck is NY Distro, man? I should... Oh, there it is. My precious. Does talking to a baby for years affect your mental capabilities? Yeah, you're not going to like this, but it makes you like a lot stronger. Other parents won't admit this because they want you to like them. I don't care. But when you have, and I'm sure, let me just start this by saying, I'm sure if you have 2 kids, you say this about people with 1 kid. I'm sure if you have 5 kids, you say this about people with 2 kids. But when you have like 1 kid and then you're a friend of yours without kids, you see what they complain about, you go, what the hell are they talking about? You got 6 hours of free time every night. Yeah, you don't get enough sleep, but it's literally like a self-inflicted wound. Like you could have gone to bed whenever you wanted, but you were just like, oh, I want to watch this TV show for way too long. And then the next day you're like, I'm tired. Like it's your own, you did it to yourself, brother, and then you want some sympathy from me? It makes you stronger talking to a baby. You know, you mentally, if you can talk about like, because when you have a conversation with like a toddler, it's about nothing. It's nonstop improv. Hang on, we need some paper bags. It's like a 6-hour long mouth flip. Now, like yesterday, I had a meeting at the bank. Okay, I showed up at The meeting was at 3:30. I showed up at 3:20. I was sitting there till 3:45. Some guy who was not even the guy I had my appointment with was talking. He came over to me and he said, I'm so sorry. In my head, I was like, don't be, brother. This is like the most meditation I've had in forever. You're right, I could use some more donuts. Take as long as you want, man. I'm just sitting here on a comfortable chair looking at my phone. With like I'm plausibly like running an errand right now, but I'm not actually doing anything. Like that's amazing. Like even now, I know that you're not gonna like this bit. People are like, oh, you're so self-aggrandizing. Oh, like look at this guy's ego. Look at, you're complaining about what somebody's saying on twitch.tv right now. You're just making my point for me, you fool. Call me when your ass is using wet wipes that are like this big to clean up a big diarrhea shit on the floor for the 3rd time in one day. So it makes you stronger. Yeah, that was the question. The question was not who has it harder. The question is, does it affect your mental? Yeah. Drives you a little crazy, but over a long enough time span, I think you get some hypertrophy. I did that for my cat, and it made me a better person. We get it. You have a cat. Sorry, I just like to do that now. Okay, send it. Can you give us a Tomo and Ruka update? What kind of update do you want? They're still cats. This is not where my store is. Hang on. I have the right of way. I think you'll find. I'm in the crosswalk. Ergo, I have the right of way. Honestly, this is also not my business. You know what? We'll approach it from the other side. There we go. I'm gonna pay the $8 to unload my goods more easily. I can't believe I'm doing it, but I am. How could this be New York? There's not a mountain of garbage in front of every single house on the street. Listen, I've only been to New York once, but is your knowledge of New York exclusively from the 2019 film Joker, which took place during the New York garbage strike? No, I need a storage shelf. Sorry, just toss that right there. Give me one of these. No, it's from TikTok as well. You know what is crazy to think about? Do you know that there's like no alleys in New York? I think Justin told me that. I always, if you asked me what is a hallmark of New York, I'd be like, buddy, come on, skyscrapers. Then they'd be like another one. I'd be like, alleys. Sewer grates that belch steam. Next, you're going to tell me they don't have sewer grates that belch steam. There's tons of alleys in LA. I mean, how do you not have alleys, I guess, is another, it's like a logistical question. Are all the buildings touching? I guess maybe within a block, almost every building touches. That's crazy. It's just one big subdivided building. No? All right. Apparently Gullible's written on the ceiling, I'm being told. I can't. This is not how you do this. You do it like that. There you go. Can I just walk it up to... Oh! This game really nails, like, the banal. That's what I like about it. Oh, I need my hand truck. This is what I've always wanted. Is just a game where you just, like, do... like semi-boring shit, and then when you get bored of the boring shit, you're like, okay, let's do like a little exciting stuff. But the other simulator games, many of them don't reach this for me, because they also require you to be good at the banal. This literally just requires you to click. But in like Farming Sim, if you don't drive the combine like a fucking pro, then people are like, look at all the inefficiencies in your combine pattern. In this, you're literally just like, boop, I cooked 1,000 donuts. Now, if you could move me, please, to the other parking spot. Hey, hey! Came out of nowhere. This game having better numbers than Midnight Suns blows my mind. Doesn't blow my mind. Both of the games are a little boring. They hate him because he spoke the truth. But like, Midnight Suns, we're at like, the sheen has been off Marvel for a while, but it's like really off now. Like, people hated Marvel when it was at the top, and like every Marvel movie that came out was critically fairly well liked and then did insane commercially. Now we are in, like, the Marvel haters are feasting. Every Marvel movie that comes out gets a 50 on Rotten Tomatoes, underperforms at the box office. I'm not ashamed to admit it's the haters' time to shine, okay? So Midnight Suns has that working against it. Like, people don't want to give Midnight Suns a chance, partially because it's a Marvel property. And like, you lose some cultural currency as soon when you willfully choose to become like a Marvel head in 2023. But this doesn't take itself seriously. Like, you can play this without having to justify your entertainment choices to your friends. But Midnight Suns is, what do you mean it's a terrible game? It's actually an amazing game. I love Marvel movies, hated Midnight Suns. It's a bad game. Listen, there's different strokes for different folks. I think you guys are crazy. Midnight Suns is an excellent game. Wake me up at 2 a.m. I want a midnight snack. Midnight snack. I think we did pretty well today. We need to buy groceries this morning, so wake me up at 6, if you will. Let me open Bizman real quick. Satisfaction 74. Traffic index is pretty. We're going to need some marketing for this, but first we got to hire a second staff member. We had like no extra customers, even, but they liked it more. Cleanliness, pricing. Well, the pricing is too expensive. Honestly, like, get a life. Okay, 10 of those. Really? I have to wait for you? I had the right of way. Chad, do you let people cut in front of you at the grocery store if you have a full cart and they only have 1 or 2 items? Never? You guys are sick. Oh, yes? Okay, well, I'm sorry. I forgot there's still like 1 to 2 seconds of delay. If they ask, that's crazy. In my opinion, I would never ask. I would never say, can I cut in front of you? That's like so presumptuous. I would offer, though. I would say, hey, you go in front of me. And then, like, here's the way it goes down here. I'm sure this is how it goes down in the U.S., too. But here, I'll say, hey, you can go in front of me. And they say, are you sure? But, like, they know that I'm sure, and I know that I'm sure. And then I have to explain myself. I have to go, yeah, I've got so many things, and you've only got a couple of items. Why don't you go first? And they go, oh, thank you. And then, like, they're on the hook because after they pay, they also have to look back and say thanks again. And then I go, no, don't worry about it, of course. I should have had a little snack, but you know what? Here we are. I'm going to assign myself. Let's see how we're doing today. If they have one item, they should use the self-checkout. What the hell? Oh no, dude, they're stuck! They're stuck! And I think actually Twitch will agree with this, which is a bad thing because it means that it's probably like a pseudo-fascist take. But I think you should have to pass like an IQ test to use the self-checkout. Because so many times I'm like, oh, the self-checkout line is like only 2 people and the normal line is like 30 people. And catch my ass in the self-checkout line waiting for someone who's like FaceTiming while also trying to scan their items and get them onto the scale and then bag them up, but they didn't tear the scale like with their bag on it, and it's just like product they bought 25 times, they still can't find the barcode. Let me help you, it's on the back. Hang on, I need some food. I need some food. I do also think, and I know we've said this before, but this is not a take. Like, this is not deliberately, like I'm trying to incite rage or comments. I genuinely think you should get like a 2% discount for using the self-checkout because you're doing some of the store's work for you. For them, I should say. It just makes sense to me that if I'm as a knock-on effect of the self-checkout, you are probably not hiring so many staff, and you're certainly not passing the savings on to me in the price of the goods. So you should pass on the savings to me in the form of like actual, cash off the top. Wait, can I call you real quick? They're open. They're open for 2 more minutes. Okay. I'm looking to hire a customer service employee for Snoopy's. I would like, you know what? Give me 3 candidates. I'll shoot for 7 days here. We snuck that in just under the wire. You know what, while we're here, why don't we, I'm remembering, next thing we're buying a coffee maker. We'll probably have to wait like 2 days. And making our interior better would be nice, but this thing's not printing money yet. At the dentist, they had me hold the suction machine in my own mouth. Well, listen, it's just, that seems reasonable. You know where you need the suction. If any, I'd rather hold the suction machine myself. Sometimes you're like, oh, I got so much spit like on my left mandible. And they're just constantly like holding it like right next to your uvula. You're like, I don't need it at my uvula. Can you get to my left mandible, please? Now, I mean, if I was doing my own colonoscopy, then I'd be a little cheesed off because, like, honestly, I don't have the best view down there. I feel like they can see better with the camera. They know, which way. They know they have a co-driver. They know, oh, hey, get ready. We got a 35-degree chicane to the left coming up next. I think the express lane should stop scanning your shit after the 10th item. Well, like, here's the thing, and I think it's taken me a while to realize this as well. You shouldn't get in the express line if you got 15 items and it says 12 items or fewer or whatever. Okay, this is the grammatical debate is irrelevant to this. I'm just going to sleep for now. The problem is, much like that, because on r/Vancouver, there was a post a few months ago that was like, please stop letting people cut into traffic when they speed down the bus lane to avoid traffic. I always see people letting them back in so that that person can merge onto the Lionsgate Bridge. If there's no punishment for this behavior, then they're never going to stop. Maybe there's some truth to that, okay? But at the same time, my ass is literally just trying to get to like the grocery store without dying. It's not like I wish that people followed the rules too, but yeah, it's like it's not your quarrel. Like let them be an asshole and then you know, just live your own life. It's the same thing with the express lane. I would never call out someone in the express lane because I think if I called out someone in the express lane, it's gonna like fuck everybody up. Like it's gonna make it, you know, we're gonna get into a discussion, and then that's gonna delay everybody, and all for what? So that I don't feel like they got one over by me because they went through like a slightly shorter line. Like that's a problem with me on a mental level. You know, yeah, you don't need to be a vigilante about it. Like, just, you know, give people a little bit of tolerance, you know? I feel like this comes up in Am I the Asshole so much. It's like, they always want everybody treated exactly fairly, which sounds like a great thing. They take it to a logical extreme, which is if someone gets special treatment, that person, no matter how small the special treatment is, that then needs to be distributed equally, otherwise society falls apart. Well, if we're going to let this person consistently go through the express lane with 13 items or less, then can we please change the signage so that it says 13 items or less, or even better, 13 items or fewer to make it grammatically correct? And because there's been times where I've individually counted every single item in my cart and been like, oh no, one too many things. I'm going to go put back my feta cheese so that I can take advantage of the express aisle. And like, it's literally this, like by typing out the post, we've now spent more effort than it took to go beep one extra time and then tell them the... Part of treating people fairly is not just like, oh, you get 3 jelly beans, you get 3 jelly beans, you get 3 jelly beans. It's like, you took 4 jelly beans today? Okay, I'm going to trust that as an adult, you felt like today was a 4 jelly bean day, and I'm going to give you the same tolerance that I would want other people to give to myself if I had to do that. So you got it. Part of the fairness is cutting people the same slack that your internal monologue cuts yourself. But I understand that a lot of Twitch chat is in their 20s and will not agree with that. That being said, there still should be, in my personal opinion, there should still be a separate line at the airport. And we haven't gone through this take in a while, but I stand by it. Should be a separate line at the airport, and the way that the separate line works is if you've ever caused yourself or like the plane to be delayed due to your own actions, you get like a stamp on your passport that is like you have to go to the slow lane for the next 5 years. And after 5 years, if you have no criminal record in the airport, then we take the stamp off. But if you ever like... If the plane was ever 2 minutes late because your ass was in the airport restaurant just snacking and didn't know what time it was, and then they had to make like 17 announcements that were like, hey, Mr. Williams, this is a last call, this is a last call, then you get the stamp and you can't go to the other line. You can't go to the fast line. You have to go to the slow line for 5 years. Same for parents with kids. No, honestly, being a parent with a child and flying owns. If you have a stroller, they sometimes put you in a separate security line that moves faster because your ass is going to be slower because you got a stroller and a kid. And probably like way more suitcases than you need. And then when they do boarding, they're like parents with young kids. You get to go first. It's fucking sweet, dude. It owns. Oh, but I want to get on the airplane first so that I can be sitting down. Okay, have a kid then, idiot. It's like one of the few benefits you get. We only got 14 donuts left. Okay, hang on. I've got to unassign myself briefly because we're out of donuts. Hang on. 100 donuts. 525,600 donuts. Or you could join the military. That's true. How do you measure a year? What do you mean it's self-centric? People are they're typing self-centric stuff themselves. Why do you want to get on the airplane earlier? You want to sit down and plug in your headphones so you can watch 3 minutes of a movie before you get interrupted by like 700 pre-flight announcements you've heard a million times before over and over again? Is that really the way you want to experience the new Jordan Peele film? Bienvenue d'abord Air Canada, a member of Star Alliance. We understand that here at Air Canada, we understand that you had literally one choice. You could have flown with us or WestJet, and we appreciate your continued business. How much do you fly? I've flown like 2 times in the last 5 years. Well, 2 times in the last 4 years. Okay, business is closed. Not too much, honestly. Probably less than you, less than Chiblee for sure. What about before COVID? There was like 3 years where I flew a lot to go to media events. And then like one day I was like, why am I doing this? I love being at home. And then they'd be like, do you want to preview the new 7 out of 10 game that's coming out next October? Literally, here's like a million restrictions that you... Here's what you can't say. Here's what you can say. This game is awesome, but we'll cover your economy class ticket to, I'm not going to name a city because I don't want the bit to become that real. And I was like, no, my ass is just going to sleep in my bed. Politely. It's not Stockholm. The Paradox events were always fun. Because it was like a trip as well as, what the hell are you doing here? Oh, never mind. You get out of the storeroom. No, what the hell are you doing here? It was like, do you want to go to the American Midwest to preview the 5th game in a series you haven't played ever? And I'm like, I don't think that I'm on the wrong list, man. She better not have taken my soda can. Okay, one more day of work. I think then we can open our coffee shop. Yeah, that was fun for a bit when I was like 24. Then I turned like 26 and I'm like, my ass is done with that for sure. You mean this? Oh, that's not my business. Sorry. Whoopsie. Why not just sell El Codfef at the donut place? Many people are saying this. So I'm going to assume that you're saying, why don't you just sell coffee at the donut place? We're going to, but we're going to purchase an industrial coffee machine. The industrial coffee machine is going to be, it's $15,000. So I need to have a little bit more money. And then also, I wouldn't mind having some runway as well. But... because we're going to have to pay some staff soon. Okay, 87, I can live with that. I also want to open up Bizman real quick, and I want to see how we're doing. Not well. We're making $180 a day. So we need to sell... like more donuts. Oh, the market's fucked. Michael Burry was right. How do they feel about pricing? 100%? Okay, well, then if they... Look, we're the only donut game in town. Donuts are $4.50 now. How's Gifties doing? This is just a standard weekend drop-off. Hockey stick is trending up. It's doing pretty well. Doing well on expensive gifts. Doing well on cheap gifts. Is just puttering along. We could probably time machine on this one. Hey, Bluth Banana, thanks for the gifted subscriptions. Thank you. How'd we do? There's no way we only sold 12 donuts. It must have, like, auto-filled. Head home real quick. People are always trying to tell me a building is like private property. They auto stock. It's great news. Someone just throw up in my gift store? There's no way it was too expensive. I'm checking. Snoopy's? Snoopy's? Today's day 58. We won't know until midnight. I still don't have enough for the cop. I'm waiting one more day. Yeah, I could take out a loan, or I could literally just go to sleep. I guess we should maybe clean first. Waking up at midnight to check Bizman. 19-year-olds waking up at 6:30 a.m. West Coast time to see how their DraftKings stock is doing on the open in 2020. Oh, it's up. I'm a genius. I quit school, Mom. I'm up 100 units. Wait, where am I? I'm punching down? I'm punching down? Okay. Hey, Houlihan 813, thanks for the gifted subscriptions. Thank you. I did see, look, the only way I see TikToks now is on Twitter. I did see the TikTok of the guy in the so-called luxury apartment where he's like giving a tour and the floor is covered in water. And he's like, yeah, the water pools a little bit sometimes, but it's luxury water. Oh, yeah, like one of the luxuries is that we have like 3 elevators. 2 of them are broken. And he gets in the other one and like the floor doesn't, it has like boards that don't match with the rest of the floor. And then he's like, oh, yeah, also there's a bat in the elevator. I love having a bat in my luxury apartment. And then the next shot is like the bat in the back rooms just fucking zooming down the hallway. It's so good. The bat was like, it was going so fast. Oh, man. Whoo, that was a great one. He got evicted? By who, Ben? Aquaman? Great TikTok. Right? I also revisited the TikTok, and, you know, it's a different era now than it was in 2021. We've revisited the TikTok that's like, I mean, I have to pause for a second, but it's like the husband and the wife introduces it and goes like, so my husband is going to show you the strategy that he uses and it pays for literally all of our bills. And then he goes, yeah, so what I do is I day trade. I see a stock, I look at the graph and the graph is like here, and then I just watch it and then I sell it right there. And yeah, basically that's all there is to it. Hang on, let's see if there's some... let's see if there's licensed music in it. No, this is not technical analysis. This was literally, he just watches. I mean, I know technical analysis is just watching the line, but this is literally just like when the line goes up, I sell. He wasn't even putting any sorcery on it. He wasn't like, oh, it's a cup and handle pattern. Oh, it's a descending wedge.
Make money from home. For starters, this is not a sponsored video. We just get this question all the time, and honestly, the answer is really simple.
So basically, I just trade stocks on an app called Robinhood, which I left a link in our bio if you want to check it out. It's free to download, free to sign up. They actually give you a free stock, so they're paying you to sign up. But again, not sponsored. And I know trading sounds intimidating. Here's my strategy in a nutshell. I see a stock going up and I buy it, and I just watch it until it stops going up, and then I sell it, and I do that over and over, and it pays for our whole lifestyle. If you're wondering how much you can make doing this, in this month I turned about 400 into 14,000, and in this month I turned less than 1,000 into 20,000.
And honestly, my favorite part about this isn't even the amount of money you can make, but just
My favorite part about it isn't that you could like 20x your money without even knowing what you're doing. That's not my favorite part in a month.
the fact that we don't have to go to a 9-to-5 job.
It's the fact that we don't have to go to like a real job. It's not the fact that you can take $1 and turn it into $20 in 30
We can
days.
focus on things that we actually enjoy doing. So if you have friends that like want to make money from home, you can tag them or send them a link. Or if you make money this way, share it in the comments so other people know like there's more people doing this now.
It's just that easy, guys. It's- Again, there was no video played there. Maybe the librarian will edit it in. But the gist of it is like I look at a stock, and when I see it's going up, I buy it, and then it goes, shh, and then I just sell it. And basically, that's all there is to it. It's so funny. Okay, it's 7 p.m. Time to go to sleep. You guys are missing the point. People are saying, like, just have disposable income. Just don't be poor. It doesn't work. That's the problem is that like, it's like the dude is basically like, the secret to swimming, I didn't take lessons or anything. I just jump in the pool and I float, and that's basically it. It has nothing to do with him starting with like a small loan of $1 million. It's like, I need to say this not to like turn this into an investing conversation, but so that people aren't like, oh, if I get, a little seed money, all I need to do is watch the graph. I don't want you to be laboring under that false suggestion. The dude he doesn't know what he's talking about. I want to see some posts that they've made from 2022 onwards. That's a much better example. The secret to poker, basically what I do is I just get pocket aces, and then I bet, and then when the flop comes up and there's 2 more aces, I go all in, and then that's basically it. So can you tag other people who are interested in making money from home? Because a lot of people are doing this these days. I think we need to temporarily stop our Costco order here, by the way. Hang on, can I pause? I guess I could just indefinitely delay. People are not loving Snoopies, man. We've exhibited some demand destruction. 4.5 is going to be a little much, okay? I'll tell you what, just for today, those are going to be $4.19. We're having a little sale. But today, well, once we hire somebody, then we'll get the coffee going. Consume fresh food. That's still a lot for a donut? Bro, this is Manhattan. You can't buy shit in Manhattan for $4.19. Ooh. You've received a new message from Andreessen. I don't think we sold a lot of donuts today either. How'd we do? Ava Moss. She wants to work full time. She's got 30 customer service. That's pretty bad. We're gonna stall on that one. We got 3 candidates. There's no reason to rush into things. And then open up Google Maps. Take me to Ica Blahaj. $30 customer service is pretty good. Bro, literally, you just have to be nice to people. How's 30 pretty good? It's better than me? It's probably better than me, too. But, like, I'm not applying for a job to, you know, sling donuts. Squeeb. If you had to give up chicken, beef, pork, or fish, which one would it be? World's sanest meat eater. I don't mean to draw like a false dilemma here. Giving up any one of them would not really be a big deal. I would probably, I mean, this is not where you buy coffee. What am I doing? Coffee's at A.J. Peterson and Sons. Give me furniture store. Where's it? A.J. Peterson? A.J. Peterson? Did it go out of business, bro? Where's A.J.? Am I blind? Oh, it's an appliance store. I was so nervous for them. Closes in 3 hours. Never tell me the odds. It would not be like a huge life adjustment to get rid of any of them. I mean, to be honest with you, probably the one these days I eat the least of is beef, just because this shit is like expensive. It tastes good, but I'm not, as you know, I'm not like an enormous burger guy. I like a steak, but I don't buy them for myself unless like it's a special occasion, because this shit is like way too pricey these days. Let me get the industrial coffee machine. Can I get a cabinet with drawers as well? I'm broke. I eat some chicken, I eat some fish, I eat some pork, but I could give up any of them without too much of a fight, honestly. Have some more chicken, have some more pie. Could you give up all of them? I could, but like it's not a great time to become a vegetarian for me. Namely because my wife does most of the cooking, and most of the meals that she cooks have meat in them, and she's not interested in becoming a vegetarian. So it's, right now is just like too inconvenient. If you want to make a big life change, making it as convenient as possible is kind of a life hack. Also, with a toddler, like, again, I'm not looking to add more complexity to the life, but to my life. But otherwise, I mean, I was a vegetarian for, I don't know, like 6 months or something like that before I moved to Korea. And when I was doing job interviews, they were like, do you have any questions for us? And every single one, I was like, well, I'm a vegetarian. Is that okay? And they're like, yeah, no problem. You can eat lots of fish. And I'm like, who's going to tell him? So I figured, because I was a vegetarian, I was dabbling in vegetarianism. I figured it made sense to just like, hey, let's not like compromise this cultural experience that I'll have overseas just to prove a point. And then I just started eating meat again. But I'm definitely not one of those guys who's like, I need to eat meat every day. Like I'm not a vegetarian, but like I would say I usually eat meat like once a day right now. Like yesterday I had some cereal for breakfast with some oat milk. This just spawned the whole anecdote today. And then I had like a vegetarian salad for lunch. And then we had, I should probably buy some coffee, I suppose, huh? Then I had like gamjatang, which is like a pork soup for dinner. So I had pork for dinner, but then, you know. That's about it. I would like to eat less meat.